Now, Final Score with Nick Walters on Fox 16.
Let's get this party started, everybody. Pop a squat and chillax because it's that time of the week, Final Score. Later on, we'll check in on Razorbacks recruits in football and basketball. But hey, it is 4th of July, so you might have seen fireworks tonight. So let's take a look back on some bombshell news that dropped in Arkansas sports this summer. A dynamite personality and coaching wonder won't be lighting up local defenses anymore, as Kevin Kelly leaves Pulaski Academy and passes the torch to a Razorbacks legend who will now orchestrate that explosive offense next season. And just like the oohs and ahs we heard under those fireworks tonight, Anthony Lucas looks to keep fans in awe on Fridays.
Coach Kelly is like the Nick Saban of high school football here in the state of Arkansas.
Welcome to Little Rock, home of the Pulaski Academy Bruins.
This is Arkansas. I don't think we wear shoes either.
A lot of questions about the way I think about the game of football. Are you the beautiful mind of football? I'm the weird mind of football.
Coach Kelly's probably the top high school coach in the country, and one of the great coaches in Arkansas high school football history. Followed him. He's a little unconventional, but he's had great success.
Hi, I'm Anthony Lucas, and I'm the head football coach at Pulaski Academy.
Pulaski Academy football, for those in Arkansas, enough said, is the most nationally recognized high school power in the state, and for good reason. 6 state championship wins in the last 7 years alone. But Kevin Kelly, the head coach who made it a well-oiled machine, is gone for the college ranks. So who takes his place? Well, no other than Anthony Lucas. And his resume is unlike any other coaches in the state. He's a former Razorback, his receiving record still standing at Arkansas and across the nation. Plus, he went on to have a career in the pros. He's not trying to instill a new championship culture at PA, he's just trying to build off of the last one. And how does he plan to do that? Well, he'll tell you how.
Just don't try to change anything. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. There'll be some small, different things. This is gonna sound crazy. If it ain't broke, don't break it. And the saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I like it, if it ain't broke, don't break it. Don't reinvent the wheel, basically, and I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel. Our main goal is to win another state championship. And I told our kids that we're still gonna onside kick, no punt, we're still gonna go for it. Good job. When I took the job as a wide receiver coach in 2012, it was a little different, but I knew what they did, what they were doing and how they ran, what Coach Kelly believed in. We have 4 downs, and that's what makes it that much special. And like I said, we're gonna stay aggressive, and that's what was built here, and that's part of the culture. We're gonna continue to play hard, and we'll be back in the state championship in December. Just like what we talked about earlier. Go!
A first-year head coach taking over a role with perennial state championship standards, that's no piece of cake.
Did I stop and get cake and ice cream somewhere?
Usually in a head coaching change, a new hire inherits a downward trending situation. Well, in Lucas's case, the Bruins stock has just kept on going up.
Stack him. Yep, go score!
That doesn't stop him from believing that he can keep up that positive trajectory.
Keep it up. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep it up. Great job. But we can talk about it and all of those things, but we have to come out here every day, show me and our coaching staff that, hey, Coach, we can definitely do this again. We're gonna come out here and work extremely hard. It's hot, suck it up. 1, 2, 3, they know our system. A lot of them been running since 5th grade, and we're just gonna keep pushing it and encouraging them to be great people as well, not just on the football field, but off the football field. Bingo.
When news broke in early May that Kevin Kelly would be taking the head coach job at Presbyterian College in South Carolina, it shook the coaching world, and the process was a shocker to the Bruins coaching room.
Actually, it was a lot going on through my head. Was kind of knew that he was possibly going to be given a position to coach on the collegiate level, and I just couldn't believe it at first when I first heard it. But when it actually happened, oh boy, it was so shocking, and everybody was kind of like, what? But what a great opportunity for Coach Kelly. I had the opportunity to go with him. I guess it just wasn't the right timing for me. Here we go, flip it. Riverside, ball in the 20. Then this happened.
2 weeks later, PA stayed in-house and would name Lucas as the one to resume the duties of a local coaching legend.
I was pulling for Jason White, Coach White, and Coach Madison Taylor because those guys had more experience than me coaching-wise, and I get hit with the opportunity, hey, we think that this will be the best fit for Pulaski Academy and our community and our football team as you taking over as the head football coach. I said, what? I said, this is what you guys thinking and what you all feeling. And then I had to take another step back and I said, are you guys trying to set me up for something? And you know, I prayed about it and I was like, let's go. What better opportunity to be, and knowing that, yes, it's going to be some big shoes to fill, you know, hadn't let that really bother me a lot because I know, I understand the culture here, and I think that was part of the process of why they chose me to be the next head coach here at Pulaski Academy, because of the kids. At this point in time, our kids have been running this system for a long time, and you know, collectively as a group, we came together and they presented that plan, and this is where we are today, and I'm grateful for it. Go get it. Nice. Go. Hey, burst after the catch, McKinney. Let's not get into catching the ball and shutting it down like that. That's a horrible habit. Nice. Catch it clean. That's what I want to see, McKinney. That's beautiful.
Let's not kid ourselves. Replacing Kevin Kelly is a tall task. The 18-year head coach built the program from the ground up, earning 9 state titles. A successor would have big shoes to fill, but for Lucas, his mentality is that pressure builds diamonds, and he's felt that heat many times before.
Nope. I feel the pressure a little bit, but you know, I'm changing the mindset of that. Good, I'll take that. I know it's pressure. I played in big games. I played in big moments. I've had so many pressure moments in my life, and you just keep going.
Anthony Lucas has become in a short time a big-time receiver for the Arkansas Razorbacks.
You know, you just encourage your kids strongly. You hear it, but you don't hear it. Whether it's negativity or whether somebody, like you got pressure, you just grasp it and you get your kids ready to play. You change your mindset, and that's something that I've learned from Coach Kelly since I've been here. And I told him this, just saying that, having that extra fight, that extra push in myself. When I hear his story, what he went through growing up as a kid, and the relationships that he's built all over the world, I'm not going to be that type of guy that I feel like I got pressure on me and things like that, because I know I got a great staff underneath me and a lot of great people that are in my corner. He went with those switcheroo. I think it's Romans 8:31 where it says, if God is for me, who can be against me? Nobody. And that's the attitude that I'm going to take into this season. Don't worry about the naysayers and the pressure and things like that, because I know God is for me.
Arkansas would see one of its newest shining stars unveiled when Lenny found freshman Anthony Lucas.
After that prolific playing career of his, one thing Lucas isn't lacking is confidence, and more from him is to come. After the break, Lucas tells us what he's learned behind Coach Kelly, how it'll translate to wins this fall, and why PA will keep on repping Arkansas by playing out-of-state teams. Stay here. Welcome back to The Final Score. We've been visiting with former Razorback Anthony Lucas on his hire at local powerhouse Pulaski Academy. Replacing Kevin Kelly is no easy task. 6 state championship wins in the last 7 years, that's a difficult standard to live up to. But pressure, that word's not in the Hog Legends dictionary.
He started at Arkansas from 95 to 99, and after a stint in the pros, Lucas eventually took a job at PA in 2012, going on to be the wide receivers coach as of 2020. Now, he'll wear the head coach headset. At age 44 and in his first year calling the shots, Lucas is determined to leave PA in a better place than what he found it.
Believe it or not, I'm excited. I'm excited about it because after we received our rings a couple weeks ago from winning the state championship, it just gets me motivated even more. And that's how it's been the past 7 years. We won 6 out of the last 7 appearances, and it's just in my DNA now. And even though I'm a head coach too, nothing's going to change there. Our goal is to win another state championship, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get our kids back to War Memorial Stadium. I actually caught my first touchdown in War Memorial Stadium, and every time I go to that stadium, whether it's for an event or whether it's for that practice during state championship week, I walk in that exact same spot that I caught my touchdown from Coach Barry Lundy Jr. back in 1995, and I look forward to going there with our football team every year. So it's just the culture, and it's in my DNA. I'm just going to continue to do and build off of what Coach Kelly has done over the past years that I've been coaching, the past 12 years since I've been here, and what he's done over his career here, and just keep that going. I'm not Kevin Kelly, first and foremost. I'm not. I love Coach Kelly to death. I'll be a little different. I won't be as outgoing. I won't be taking my shirt off in practice. I won't be barefoot because I'm not showing anybody these bad feet of mine. In the past, PA has been getting hammered about some things that doesn't even go on that I haven't seen here. So in my 9 years here, so I want to get out and try to clean that name up, and be roaming the hallways in both schools, upper school and middle school too, because I have a daughter coming up. Defensively, we're still going to be aggressive with Coach Madison Taylor as our defensive coordinator and Coach Adam Thrass as our offensive coordinator.
As a former Razorback, being the head coach of one of Arkansas's most prestigious football programs is just where Lucas wants to be.
You went to University of Arkansas to play any sport, and you decide to stay here and invest in, I'm just saying anything, but especially in sports, where people get behind you. And that's why I live in Arkansas. I'm a Louisiana guy. I'm from a small town, Tallulah, Louisiana. But, went to Arkansas, and after my stint in the NFL, that's where God brought me back, to move back to the state of Arkansas. Being a former Razorback football player and spending some time in the NFL, I think the kids, I guess they kind of pay attention to me a little bit more and listen to me, even though I'm getting old now. But I'm very passionate about football, passionate about coaching receivers, and one of the biggest things is impacting lives. So I don't think I'll have any problems as far as kids, taking in what I've been teaching, because I think over the past 9 years, I think a lot of kids that have come through this program and have been my receivers, you look at Hunter Henry, I had 1 year with him, but he was already seasoned, kind of helped him part of some things. Then you look at a guy like Will Hastings, who went to Auburn, and you look at Hudson Henry and John David White, all those guys, have moved on now, and I kind of speak life into their heads too when I do get a moment too, because this could be taken away from you just like that, but it's how you're going to live your life afterwards is the biggest thing.
One position where PA isn't lacking in talent as Lucas takes over is running back, as touted recruit Joe Hyman enters his senior season.
Hey Joe, also you went 1 yard. Get up the field a little bit more, all right? Joe Hyman is a special kid. He's a special talent. Last play, twos alert! Last play, twos alert! Joe's going to get the football, period. I'm just telling you, we're going to find ways to continue to get Joe the football in the games, and hopefully he'll have an amazing year just like he had last year. I know people are going to be keying on him too, but we're going to find ways, just like Coach Kelly did when he was here, putting him in motion, doing a lot of different things with Joe to get him the football, because he is a game changer.
Kelly was a sort of pioneer in the state in playing out-of-state opponents, including so-called football factories. Lucas plans to carry on that tradition.
I'm excited about it, and I look forward to continue, traveling. Get a chance to go to Dallas this year. That's going to be cool. I think it is awesome that our kids get to do that, and it's awesome that Coach Kelly, what he's built here, has allowed our kids to do that.
All the best to Anthony Lucas as he takes the reins at PA. Now going 5 miles south to Little Rock Parkview, a Razorbacks recruiting feature is coming your way. 4 future Hogs coming out of a single school in just 1 calendar year, it very well could come to fruition. And it's already a historic feat for LRSD. We'll be right back.
Final score.
It's the 2-week dead period in Arkansas high school sports, but as we all know, college football recruiting is 24/7, 365. And the number that's making the rounds at one local school is 4. It's a squad of quadruple prospects potentially calling the Hogs. The Little Rock to Fayetteville pipeline looks to be back in business. Look no further than Parkview.
From the view to the hill, that's a new wave now.
Parkview football is resurfacing the street, connecting Little Rock and Fayetteville. With not 1, not 2, but 3, and now potentially even 4 future Hogs.
As of last December, not a single football player out of LRSD had signed with the Razorbacks since 2005. Now Parkview is changing that as they plan to send 3 of their Patriots, maybe even 4 to the Hill in the last calendar year. Starting off with quarterback Landon Rogers and tight end Aaron Outley putting pen to paper last fall. And in recent months, the talented running back James Joyner committed to the Hogs. Now Arkansas has the chance to add 1 more 2022 commit out of Parkview in Jalen White.
This week felt pretty big because I got the Razorback offer ever since then. I'm talking about everybody been pressuring me, go ahead and commit to the Razorbacks. James on me every day, even before I had the offer. Like, now he really on me. You know them Hogs calling, go ahead and call them.
Oh man, that actually made my day. I was smiling all day like I just got an Arkansas offer, man. It made my day, me and Jalen been teammates since middle school. He's helped made me who I am today by, being somebody I can compete with, since Aaron and Landon, those guys are gone now, is me and Jalen neck and neck every day. You know, whether it's weights or whatever, we always pushing each other. So we got another year to play together and maybe play in college. Hopefully we play in college. Is pretty exciting.
He's very physical. If you watch the film, he's not scared of contact and he's fast. He's a 4'4" kid, and so he can chase you down across the field, and he arrives there typically in not a very good mood.
They love how I played on the field. They say I can hit pretty well. I got a very good speed. They love my open field tackling. I put in a lot of work. They got a good academic program. They like people to compete because I'm trying to come in and play my freshman year. I grew up wanting to play for the Razorbacks. I have family members that love the Razorbacks. I could see myself playing for the Razorbacks. That's a place I want to go.
He's a special player, and I'm really excited that the Arkansas came through and offered him. Where they're looking at playing him is probably like an outside linebacker position.
I can play multiple positions, but they offered me as linebacker. I like that position.
It helps that you got Landon and Aaron and James now going, and they're all pretty good friends.
From the view to the hill, that's a new wave now. So, hopefully in the future we'll have guys after us, after me, and if Jalen comes, that comes to the hill. So
been to the University of Arkansas, go Hogs.
Other guys around Little Rock, they know how much the Razorbacks mean to the state of Arkansas. So for them to be, buying in to help and make Arkansas great again is very good.
I think if Arkansas wants a chance, they need to get these kids that are in Arkansas, and he's one of them. I think he can help them win. And
Coach Pittman has took the in-state recruiting to the next level. He offered 12 guys. That's a pretty high number of in-state guys, and for him to not even be from Arkansas, and he's making the in-state guys a priority. So I think that's one of the big deals. We get a lot of respect.
He seems like he's a pretty cool coach. He seems like he's gonna push you, to strive for the best.
I know a lot of alumni, that played football when Arkansas was actually good. Jerry's Wright, Darren McFadden, and Joe Adams, Arkansas was good. They had all the top guys from the state. So I feel like if we want to be good, when I get on the hill, we got to get the guys in our own backyard. So I talk to those guys every day. We actually got a group chat that we at, all the in-state guys, Nico. And we actually had a trip the day he got his offer. Even though Nico and Trip not committed, they chop it up with us every day. So definitely we'll be going in the right direction over the summer once we get a few more commits. We'll even grab a few out-of-state guys that'll actually help us. You'll definitely see us moving up in, recruiting class numbers.
Very powerful young man. I mean, he's 315 on the power clean. He's just a very explosive kid. He's real long. He doesn't have any body fat, and so I think he'll really make a huge difference for us, and really on both sides of the ball. He'll be a quarterback, and then we'll play him at that outside linebacker spot, some safety maybe.
Well, the last time I actually played quarterback was 9th grade.
Clay Bimberg, our offensive coordinator, has done a great job with getting this young man prepared.
The relationship I've built with the coaches since I've been committed, I talk to my position coach every day, maybe 2 times a day, sometimes 3 times a day. He calls, check on me, my family. It's amazing. The fan base, home state love. I can't say I felt no, lack off in recruiting by the Hogs. Once I committed, they didn't talk to me less. We got them now. We don't have to talk to them as much. They actually talk to me more. So our relationship has actually gotten better since I've been committed. And Coach Pittman, he's an O-line guru, so downhill running, explosive guys, so definitely helped the run game. Those guys, Aaron and Landon and maybe Trip, is on the hill with us, so it's not like I'll be coming in feeling like the new kid at a new school. So
he got offered his 9th grade year to where he is now. I mean, he's just worked his tail off. He looks like a grown man. He's really put in the time and effort to get better, and they're going to love him up there. He talked to Coach Pittman 2 or 3 times. They're very, very pleased. But Landon sent me a picture. I think he's right at about 220, 6'5". He's probably the biggest quarterback up there. I would say he's not probably far from being one of the better athletes all the way around, just because he's just kind of a freak. And then I think what they're trying to do with Aaron is just get some weight off of him, because that injury and everything, he was put on a few pounds. But that won't be a problem with what they do up there. Those 2 guys are loving it.
I feel really good about this upcoming season. because we already had chemistry.
Yeah, I was kind of, coming off an injury this year. I'll definitely be performing better, but I actually think I'll be a better leader this year, knowing that it's my last year.
My expectations every year is to try to win. We got quite a few coming back. I think one of our biggest things we've got going for us is our offensive line. There are 3 or 4 of them that are 3-year starters. I know James is excited about that. If I was a running back, having those guys in front of me, I'd really be happy. Really, really pleased with where Jalen is from the quarterback standpoint, just because we have probably the best receiving core overall that I've ever coached. I'm really happy with where our defense is as a whole.
Parkview is going to be fun to watch next season. We all know fireworks are synonymous with 4th of July. The sound of those pops and crackles makes you think of freedom and patriotism. And in Razorback Sports, big scores are caused for that kind of celebration in the sky. Let's remember the team's explosive plays and special moments in recent history. Happy 4th, everybody. One of the great things about America is college sports. So, in the spirit of the holiday, let's look at 3 splashy highlights that set off fireworks everywhere by Razorback fans. Let's go. Let's set the scene for our first fireworks show. It's 2015, and Arkansas has the lead over Auburn in the 4th overtime. On a 4th down, matched up against star receiver Ricardo Lewis, defensive back Josh Liddell seals the deal.
Incomplete! Arkansas holds on!
He was closer to the ball than normal receivers normally are. It's like that kind of keyed me off to say that, hey, he might be throwing the ball to number 5 here. And I had a feel before I saw him drop back. I saw his hand come off the ball. He was going to release the pass, and I just broke on it. And thank God it was over.
Now to the hardwood, it's 2018, and the Hogs are on their way to beat Florida in the SEC tourney. Daniel Gafford finishes the game off with an exclamation point as loud as a firecracker.
Buckle up! Oh! Whoa!
Watching the highlight of it, I see all the reactions and stuff, and how the guys went crazy. And it was just like how they went crazy when I did it when we played against Vanderbilt, but this was the SEC tournament, so it was, even more, it was a lot more energy in the building at that time. The crowd was going crazy.
And perhaps saving the best for last, this play defines firepower. It's the 9th inning in the 2004 regionals. Arkansas is down to Wichita State and facing elimination with 2 outs. Brady Toops up to bat with bases loaded and a chance for a walk-off.
The pitch is coming, swinging a fly ball to left field, hit pretty well. Going back is Napolitan, that ball's gone! Brady Toops just hit a grand slam home run, and the Razorbacks have taken the lead. Oh my goodness! Brady Toops with the biggest hit of his Razorback career, a grand slam home run, and Arkansas leads at 11-9.
Well, just the biggest moment of my entire life up to this point and baseball career. When I was coming through the zone, it honestly felt like slow motion. And when I hit the ball, it was one of those moments, and for those of you who've played baseball or softball, where you barely even feel it. It hits the sweet spot so perfectly that it's just like, you got it.
And that will do it for us tonight. Thanks for joining us, and happy 4th. We'll see you next Sunday on The Final Score.